Welcome to the StoryO 2 video series. In this lesson, we're going to go over the timeline module, in particular, how to create and edit sequences. Go ahead and select the time travel sample and go to the timeline module. Let's create a new sequence for this timeline. Now remember, a sequence must be attached to a segment. These are the segments. So let's say we want to add another sequence in the Wild West. But before we do that, I'm going to change the text color here from black to white. By default, all text color is black, whether it says so or not. The segment color is a dark brown, which makes it hard to read the text. Select the New Sequence button, or you can select New Sequence from the File menu. Name the sequence. Attach it to the Wild West segment. Enter a short description here. Then click OK. The sequence is created and positioned at the end of the timeline. But we want this sequence to occur right after the gunfight. So go ahead and drag the sequence to the new location. Notice down here it says Sequence Order Not Saved. Select the Save This Ordering button and that goes away. Anytime you move a sequence, the sequence order needs to be saved. Remember that what you are looking at on the sequence canvas is the order of the story. You can have multiple sort orders, but only one default sort order. What does this mean? It means that you can play around with many different sorts, but when you are ready to print your timeline, for example, it only prints the default order. In order to create a new sort order, you basically duplicate or save as the ordering you're on. Select the Make a Copy of this ordering button. Enter a name for the new sort order and click OK. What we just did is copy the ordering to a new sort order called Colors. You can see that right here in the Go to Sort Order pull-down menu. I am now going to change the sort and rearrange the sequences so that the current year boxes are all together. And I will do the same for the red sequences, which are part of the French Revolution. And now click the Save button. Let me go over quickly the difference between this Save button and this Save button. This one saves the current sort ordering, which is what we just did. So, for example, if I select a different sort, let's say Show All Timelines, we revert back to the original sort before we created the color sort. To go back to the color sort, select it from the pull-down menu. Now, this sort button saves the entire project externally to a save file or an _syo.fmp12 file that you can use for backup or archive purposes, or to open on another computer that has StoryO on it, which you do by clicking here on this Save Disk button. I'm going to cancel out of here as we went over saving the entire project in Lesson 1. Let's take this a step further and remove a few sequences from the color sorts. Click on the Remove a Sequence from this Ordering button. Let's say we only want to see the segment's current year and French Revolution in this sort. So I'm going to remove all other sequences. Notice the warning. This removes the sequence from the current sort order, in this case colors. It does not delete the sequence. To verify this, select the Show All Timeline sort order, and you can see that these sequences are all still here. There is another nice feature that allows you to create a sort ordering that contains all sequences. To show this better, I'm going to select the Hamlet project. I'm going to delete the default ordering sort. Now, if I go back to the sorts, I only see the acts. But I want a view that displays all sequences. If I select Show All Segments Ordering from the Files menu, it creates a new ordering with all the segments and sequences. Now, why do we have different sorts? This could be for many reasons. One, you are still trying to figure out your story narrative. Or, if this is not a story, and you are looking at a different view of sequences to make it easier to find things. For example, in the Civil War sample, there was a sort order for each year. Since we are talking about orderings, I want to mention this checkbox here, called Default. In the Time Travel project, the Show All Timelines is the default sort ordering. This means that if you run any report or export any information, it will do so with this sort ordering and these sequences. Lastly, I want to show you how to edit or delete a sequence. Click on the Notepad button on the sequence you want to edit or delete. Here you can change the name of the sequence and even move it to another segment. So if you wanted to move this sequence to the Roman time segment, select it in the segment pull-down menu. You will be asked if you want to also match the segment color with the sequence color. I'm going to select yes, and then click Done. Now we have two sequences that are attached to the segment Roman times. To completely delete this sequence from all orderings, edit the sequence and select the Delete button. You will receive a warning that this will delete this sequence from this ordering, from all other orderings, and delete all related index cards that are attached to this sequence. That wraps up this lesson. In the next lesson, we're going to go over index cards.